Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Riley Whiskey, and we are here with Cutty Sark today. That is the name, I was making sure. Prohibition Edition. Okay, so guys, a little info on this before we really get into it. I'm going to probably just read the bottle for you. This is 50% alcohol. It's a blended Scotch. It's crafted from grain and malt whiskeys matured in American oak and bottled at 50% alcohol volume. We know that. I'm going to read the back. It's Cutty Sark Prohibition Edition has been carefully blended in the traditional way from mature grain and malt Scotch whiskies and then bottled at 50% alcohol. Full flavored and challenging, massive notes of cracked black pepper and toffee, which is actually probably one of the main reasons why I picked this up, because I never heard anyone really describe black pepper in their whiskey. With hints of vanilla, allow you to drink this full strength whiskey straight, as the free spirited would have done in the 1920s, or add a shot of water to tame its rich, rugged, authentic, full flavored. Oh, and full flavored. Okay. Either way, it has a super smooth finish thanks to being non-chill filtered, so that's good. Another reason why I picked it up. And aged in hand-selected American oak casks. So, guys, Cutty Sark, been around since 1923. They do have a, I guess they're kind of your bottom shelf whiskey, bottom shelf kind of Scotch. They have Cutty Sark normal, 40%, I believe. I think it kind of runs for about $24 to $26 at the SAQ or the LCBO. This ran for $35. Still a good price, especially considering the information that they do give you and the fact that it is 50% alcohol. I like that. I haven't tried it, I have tried it with water yet. I kind of like it more just the way it is. I find the water, maybe I put a little too much, honestly, because I did put maybe a half ounce, when really maybe I should have put just kind of a teaspoon, but anyways. I already poured the whiskey in. I just wanted to let it air a bit, simply because it is 50% alcohol, and just let it go. So we're going to give it a taste. Well, we'll give it a smell first, actually. Okay, it's sweet. Kind of get like a light honey. And maybe not a lot of dark sugars in this, but I can see the toffee and caramels in there, with kind of a honey, and overall kind of a more lighter, just a light sweetness. I don't really get any black pepper in the smell at all. There's no real spices kind of hitting your nose when you give this a smell. And considering that it's 50% alcohol, I can really just kind of stick my whole nose in there, and I don't really notice it. So it's kind of nice. By the way, I got these J.P. Wiser's coasters, so pretty happy about that. Got that for Christmas. So let's go ahead and give this a little sip. Okay, so I'm not a big Scotch guy. I've been asking around. A lot of people ask them what kind of Scotch I should probably drink. I've had your typical Johnny Walker Red and your Chivas Regal 12. So kind of like your run-of-the-mill kind of stuff. And then I did get a couple suggestions on what to try. I checked out other people's channels like Trenny and C for their best beginner Scotches. And this wasn't on it, and I really didn't intend to get this when I went out to buy a Scotch. It just kind of happened. I saw it on the shelf, and I had never seen, up to this point, a $35 bottle of Scotch that's 50% alcohol. It's a pretty good price, and it's 50% alcohol. I'm pretty sure you rarely see that in Scotch. It's a little more common in bourbon to see a much stronger alcohol level. I'll give it another sip. So overall, that kind of honey toffee stays there. That doesn't really go away. I don't really get the black pepper that much, unless they mean unless they're just referring to like kind of a general spice that you would get in there. If that's the case, even that's pretty mellow. It's really mellow for 50%. I don't get much of a kick from any spices. There is a bit of spice to it, but really I kind of just associate that more with the 50% alcohol. Overall, pretty good. It's not overly smoky, which is something that I had trouble with Scotch for a while. Just wasn't really my drink. This is all right. I would definitely buy another bottle of this. And by the way, I also forgot to show you guys the best part about this bottle. It has a cork. That's wicked. That's awesome. All right. So overall, sweet. It's a nice. It's a light tasting sweet Scotch. Not to me like, you know, peppery notes like they said. Not really that much of that. It's not any spicy notes really. It's just overall kind of a nice sweet Scotch. Not too smoky. It's very approachable considering that it is 50%. You can try with water. I have. But honestly, I don't think you have to. You don't really need it to open it up. Or well, maybe you could to open it up, but I mean you don't need it because of the alcohol. Because the alcohol is not going to kick your face in really. So yeah, guys, that's the video. Definitely buy it again. If I were to give it a score out of 5, I would probably give it overall for me, putting kind of aside my ever so slight, you know, not so fondness of Scotch. I would say that this is a pretty solid, maybe 3.5, you know. I mean, if you like Scotch, I could see being a little higher. I'll admit I'm being a little biased. But for the price and what you're getting, it's pretty good. It's a 3.5, maybe even more than that, a 3.8. I give it a 3.7. It's good, though. It's a good whiskey. It's kind of that still bottom shelf, maybe touching mid-shelf kind of thing. So for what you get, it's pretty good, guys. I like it. And see you guys in the next video.